Let's go. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Coach Roundtree. This is not a scripted video off the top of the dome. I just have four things I want to share with this audience. First, I wanted to reintroduce myself to my new subscriber. I'm Coach Roundtree. On my channel, I post interview tips and career advice to help you elevate your game. I want you to achieve your career goals and be successful as you go through this career journey. But a few things I wanted to do is first, again, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. The comments that I'm getting in terms of people getting job offers and negotiating, and the content is very helpful to others, and that's what really warms my heart. So I wanted to, again, introduce myself again. It's been a while. For those that have been subscribers from day one, you've noticed the cadence of my content has changed. So why is that? Well, Coach Roundtree, I've been actually interviewing just like you are. So over the last 4 to 5 months, I've interviewed with some of the best companies in the world, and I want to share what I learned from those experiences on my channel. So what you can expect next is, number one, I'm going to talk about some of the biggest trends that I'm seeing in the job market. I know there's a lot of uncertainty. There's whispers about recession, but I can tell you companies are still hiring. They're still looking for top talent. There's still a need for your talent. That's one of the big things I wanted to call out to you. So you'll hear more about some of the trends that I'm seeing in the marketplace in terms of talent, and I'll share a few briefly. And then my next videos will dive more deeper into that. Another thing that I wanted to briefly talk about is I was recently featured in a blog post for just my career journey. I'll link that in the description below. I thought it was a great story of just how the different steps I took and some of the advice that I have shared with others on my channel to really help them be successful. So please check out that article. I think you'll get some value out of that. And shout out to Kick Resume for that opportunity. All right, so trends that I'm seeing, and then I'll close this video. All right, the first trend that I'm seeing in the job market is really what's called the hidden job market. And what I mean by that is recruiters are spending more time on LinkedIn to find people that already match the profile before they post a job, immediately as they post a job, and those candidates are going directly into the interview loop process, sometimes skipping rounds. And that's what's been happening for me. 90% of the interviews that I went on this last 3 or 4 months, they've all been sourced through LinkedIn. So if you have not updated your LinkedIn and unlocked that open to work feature, you're missing out, because the reason why you may be getting a lot of rejections from just applying on the company website is because the recruiters are already actively going to grab talent. And again, so please make sure you update your LinkedIn profile. The second thing that I'm noticing in the job market is that there is still room to negotiate. A lot of the tips that I've shared on this channel, I've used them in my own personal experience, and I've been able to negotiate sign-on bonuses if I didn't get the salary that I wanted in terms of for that next opportunity. So there's still room to negotiate. I know there's a lot in the news lately in terms of rescinding job offers and companies that are laying off workers. That is still happening, but there are also still players that want to hire great talent. The third thing that I'll say is hiring freezes. Hiring freezes are happening whether they're announced or unannounced, and in my next video, you'll see more about just the recruiting experience and some of the trends I'm seeing there. But hiring freezes are a real thing. I literally was interviewing for a company. I went through 3 rounds, and I had my final round on that Monday. 2 days before that, I was reading online that they had a hiring freeze. So the day of my final round interview, this was going to be 6 interviews and a case study. I reached out to my recruiter and said, "Hey, I'm hearing that there's a hiring freeze," and he reluctantly said, "Yeah, maybe we should we're going through the process," but I didn't want to waste his time or my time. A day or two later, he did confirm there was a hiring freeze, and I was no longer a candidate for that role. They weren't going to fill that role. So there are things in the job market that are outside of your control, and I'm definitely going to dive deeper on that. The last thing, and I want to end this at 6 minutes. The last thing I'll share is that I did interview with Google, and I did pass multiple rounds with Google for a product manager role. And that's one of the most coveted roles in all of tech, and I want to share that experience in detail. And I'm also going to create a product manager interview series, because I know a lot of people want to become product managers in the tech space. So be on the lookout for that. All right, team. On my channel, I post interview tips and career advice to help you elevate your game. Thank you for all the love. We have 2 videos that are over 1,000 views. So people are getting the content. Please share it with your friends, family, loved ones. And I want to continue to provide great content again so that you can be successful in your career. Take care.